Hi everyone, it's time for another pattern. We're going to do a honey jar, which has the, oops, I've lost my spot here, which has the prompt of apples. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to get apples attached to this pattern, but we will see what happens. So let me zoom you guys in just a smidge. Here is the pattern. First thing we need to do is create a grid that looks like that. And she's got us first doing a offset dot grid, which is always a challenge for me. I'm going to try something new today, but see how they're in a dots here, and then on the next row this dot is in between these two dots. Okay, and then on the next row again between these dots. So this row and this row line up, and then this row and this row line up, but they're offset. I haven't got a clue. And then she draws those lines connecting. So basically these ones go straight across, and then we have a diagonal going this way and a diagonal going this way. So it gives you a hexagon grid. I've always had a super big challenge trying to draw this, but I had thought of a way today that might make it a little easier on me. I'm not sure. So bear with me. We're going to learn this together. But the first step then, once we get that drawn, is we're going to do an inward curve, slightly inward curve, and then a slightly outward curve. Inward, outward, inward, outward. Okay? And then we're just going to continue that and follow that throughout the rest of the pattern. So where it was outward, where it was inward on this one becomes outward on this one. We just go around. Once we've got that, I think the hardest thing is going to be getting the grid on. And then we do an aura using the grid lines as to where we're going to stop and start, right? We want to make sure we have those pencil lines still there. And then they look like this. Now, how I'm going to do that is apple. I don't know, other than the fact that I've decided to do it on a nice green, apple green paper. That's my concession to apple at the moment. I don't know exactly what I want to do. I don't know if maybe I want to just leave some of those without the aura, so I have a room to put like a little stem. I don't know. So what I'm going to do, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to measure my page. This is one of the few times where I think I'm going to actually measure. So my page is approximately almost 4.5 by 6.5. So if I make my grid marks 1/2 inch apart, if I make my lines 1/2 inch apart, that will probably be good. So I'm going to start with, I'm just going to measure this out and go 1/2 inch both directions. Don't turn my page because that will make them crooked. We're just going to mark these out 1/2 inch. This way. These are going to be my long lines going, I think I'm going to have it going horizontal, the pattern. So I'm just going to mark these thusly. I almost never measure. And usually when I do measure, it gets all funky doodle, but you know, we're going to just try it and see what happens. I was crooked there, wasn't I? I was. That one's just a smidge crooked. Not much, but enough that I can tell that that was crooked. There we go. There and there. And there and there. Okay, so that's good. And then going this way, I'm going to measure out on the first line, I'm going to measure out a 1/2 inch going this way. And then on the next one, I'm going to go in between those. Right? Am I thinking about this correctly? I think I am. And then on this one, I'm on the 1/2 inch again. And then on this one, I'm on the middle one. And yep, my marks are big. That's okay. And this is on the 1/2 inch. And then some people are going to say, well, why didn't you have this all planned out before you started? Because I want you guys to see the whole process, not just me coming in with it all planned out. Okay, and then that was this one. And then the next one is 1/2 again. And then I just need to decide, excuse me, where I want to put my border, which one of these marks I want the border at. But now I can use these marks to go diagonally. So that one, I just need to line up all of those and go diagonally this way. Right? Should work. Because doing it with just dots, to me, it just isn't enough. I can't do just dots. My thing goes all wonky if I try to do the dot grid just by eyeballing where dots go. Just that doesn't work. I'm not sure where I'm going with this, so So far, so good. I think this is actually working. Like that. Oh my word, I think I'm actually doing it. I'm getting somewhere. And now I need to go diagonally the other direction. So I'm going to start in the middle. Because it's easier for me to just start in the middle, work my way one direction and then the other. If that's not how you work, that's cool. You do you. I don't know how far I want to go with this. I woke up this morning with just a super raging headache. So I'm out here a little later than I had hoped to be. Well, we'll see. See how much drawing I can get done today. I really like spending time out here drawing. It's just very relaxing for me. Even if I have to be working on patterns that are a little more challenging for me. So I'm good with that line being the border, top to bottom. But then this way, I think I want my line to be here. And here. Like that. Okay. Now I've created my grid. Can you see that? There you go. So I'm actually going to start in the middle with a hexagon because around the edges I don't care if it comes right up to the edge or not. I can stop it wherever. But I want the middle kind of to be right like here. I'm going to pick this one as my middle piece. And then I need to go. What the heck is it doing? Why is it trying to take a picture? I don't want to take a picture. Hello, hello, phone. What are you doing? I'm not trying to take a picture. Close the camera. I don't know why the camera was even open. Okay. So then I want to go. Zoom you in a little. Can you guys see where I am? I'm going to start here, I think. I want to go over, in and out, out, in, out, in. Okay, then this one is going to go, that's already out, so this one's going to go in, out, in, out, in. So that one's already in, out, in, out, in, out. Okay. So that one's going that way, so it needs to go opposite. And then this way, and then this way, and then this way. And then this goes this way, this way, this way, and this way. Okay, this is the first time I've done a hexagon type grid pattern that I'm actually think is actually working for me, which is awesome. Oh, wrong way. Almost went the wrong way. Okay, so far so good. Actually, pleasantly surprised. Okay, so I want to go, let's do this one, so that goes this way, and then this way, and then this way, and then this way, and then this one goes this way, and that way, and that way. And then this one goes this way. Like that. And maybe one down here. So now I'm just kind of looking at my page and looking and deciding how big I want this to be. Let me zoom out and see where, this is where I'm at now. I'm going to put one more here. And maybe one here. Okay. I think I'm happy with that as a composition. If I erase all that, that's fine. Doesn't need to go all the way to the edge. Actually, maybe if I put one here, that would be interesting. More interesting as a composition. Or maybe one more here. Let's try one more here. Okay. And one here. Out, in, out, in. Oh, I did that one wrong. No? What did I do wrong? No, that's right. Goes over to here. That's why. That's why it looks funny. Okay, go over to here. Okay. Okay, I like that. It needed to be not square. I'm good with that. Now we want to do some auras, and I think I want to do not all of them with auras, but I do want this one. So I'm going to start up here. can. We're going to use these guidelines now as to where we put the aura. So now we're going to go like that, that. How many around do I go? 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like we go 4. So let's do 1, 2, 3. Something like that. I don't think I got them close enough. They look more like pears than apples. But that's okay. We're going to go even thinner. I don't know. I don't know. Don't know what I'm doing. I'm losing my spacing when I go the inward one. That one was better. Gotten quiet. That happens. Let's see. Oh yeah, we working on going through the book again. Let's see. If you could have a, we did that one already. If you could have invented anything from history, what would you pick? Some of these questions are getting similar to other questions that we've already done, but what would I like to have invented? Can I go back to all the way to the very beginning of history and have invented the wheel? That would be kind of cool. These still look like pears to me. They don't look like apples. I'm making a couple more with the bigger auras, because having just one that's like that is distracting to me. I want to have one in a pattern is a mistake. More than one in a pattern is a feature. And then maybe one down here that's wide. New question. If you could invent something that currently does not exist, what would it be? How about a printer that doesn't jam? Geez, I have never found a good printer that doesn't jam up at some point or another. The ones I work on at work are just awful. A printer that prints like it's supposed to. That would be absolutely awesome. Well, I must say, the one that we have now at home has been better than any of the ones we've had previous. Some of them have just been the worst. But this one is really heavy. The one we got now is a laser printer instead of an inkjet, and it's super heavy, so when it does have a paper jam, I almost can't move it from where it's sitting on the desk to unjam it because it's so heavy. Now I need some really thin ones over here. Oop. Well, apparently that one has a leaf going that way. Okay. How are we doing? Let me look. Where else do I want this pattern? Here? Let's do it here. here, and here, maybe. I'm getting hot in here already. I don't want it to be hot. I want it to be out here and draw. Okay, I am drawing this drawing on the first day of November. So you will be seeing it on the almost the last day of November. It's going to be 90 degrees again. 90 in November. It was so beautiful last night, and this morning we slept with the windows open last night, which was awesome because we have not done that most of the summer. But then, of course, I woke up with this raging sinus headache because of whatever blooms at night I must be allergic to. That's awesome. I'm going to do some of them all the way into the middle. Maybe one here, or here. Maybe one here, and one here, all the way into the middle. Let's try that. Yeah, so since it's going to be so warm again today, I wanted to get drawing done earlier than I have managed today. And it is already, what time is it? I don't know. It's 10:30 and it's already almost getting too hot out here to draw. But I need to finish at least the November drawings so that I am up to date. That one's kind of cool. What was that? I don't really know what I just did, but there it is. Let's do another one of those so that it's not by itself. And let's do another really, really tight one like that one here. Okay. And something like this. And like this. Round and round we go. like that. Okay, and I'm going to do one over there. Did a little leaf there, and we're going to do a little leaf here. Another one of these weird, kind of a triangle-y, maybe one with 3. Okay, so let me zoom out because you guys probably didn't see half of what I just drew because I was so zoomed in. I am sorry. I'm okay with that. This one needs something. This one here needs something. Loose ones again, I think. Like that. Okay, I'm happy with that composition. Some loose, some not so loose. I'm going to fill some in black, I think. Let's do that. Let's make some of the centers black. Is that in the sample? No, sample does not show that. That's okay. I'm me. I'm going to do what I do. But you know what? Before I do that, I'm going to erase all my guidelines. And I'm going to decide if I want to draw a border on there or not. If I just want to leave them the way they is. Because I feel like these are too close to the edge. But if I put my border in, I'm gonna throw a pencil border in there just to see where it ends up. And if that looks funny or not, because I can always erase it because it's in pencil. I kind of like it. That. You know what? I was going to color the inside of these, but I think I'm going to color this instead. Where's my brush pen? Oh yeah, that's cool. I am happy with that. It just needed some contrast somewhere, but I wasn't sure that I wanted the middles of those contrasty, because then it would look like they have a hole in them, and not what I'm kind of looking for. Although I might put some seeds in there. Why not? Why not? That fills those in a little bit visually without putting more lines. Okay. I am super happy with how this is turning out. I said that already, but I'm saying it again. It's okay for you to like your work. Matter of fact, it's really good if you can make it a practice, even on the drawings that you're not overly pleased with. If you could find just one part of that drawing and the experience of drawing that you are happy with, if you can verbalize it, say it out loud. You know, I might not like this drawing 100%, but I like this, that, or the other about it. If you can find those spots in every single one of your drawings, the more you say it out loud, not just think it in your head, but say it out loud to yourself. You know, I really like this. Like, I wasn't 100% sure I liked these apple pear shapes. But now that I have this contrast with the black background, I can say, you know, I really like this black background. It is something that is making me happy, and I can say it out loud. And the more often I say positive things about my own art to myself out loud where I can hear it, the more I believe that I'm doing good. And the more I believe that I'm doing good, the happier I am with my outcomes. And it's a perpetuating cycle, and you can totally perpetuate the cycle negatively, but you can also do it positively. And you can talk to yourself in a positive manner, and you can get yourself into a mindset where, I like what I draw. And then when you have those moments where they don't come out so good, and then you're not the most happy with them, you can still find one little positive thing in it. And that changes your perspective. It really does. And that works in all aspects of life. If you can find one positive thing in a bunch of negative stuff, it makes your life better. And I sometimes do a terrible job at that, but at other times I do a really good job of it. And so I am trying really hard during this 2020 to find things that I am thankful for, things that are going well, and trying to make a positive look on what's going on in the world. People are doing nice things for one another, but you have to seek it out. You have to find it. I stick to my art groups. I stick to groups that are doing good for others, fundraising groups and that type of thing. I stick to that in my social media. I stick to my best friends and my family only. And those who are just acquaintances, I have basically muted them because I don't need the negativity in my life. I really just don't. And so I've muted a lot of people. I've stayed friends with them on Facebook, but I've muted them. So I don't see all their posts and all their negative stuff and the parts that pull me down. I couldn't do it. Just giving myself some shading on these ones that are uncut. I'm looking at them as cut and uncut fruit. Whether they look like apples or not is another question altogether, but they definitely are fruit-like. To me, they're more pears. But it's okay. We're going to move on pretty soon. We got one more drawing for this month, and then we're going to move on to a new month with a new set of prompts. And yep, I'm going to be doing the November prompts in December, and they're very interesting. If you haven't looked at them yet, they're very interesting. Oh, I'm at 49 minutes. Golly, this has gone long. Okay, I need to sign it, and I need to put the name of this pattern, which was honey jar. And apples is the prompt, and I am going to give it a little highlight, but I'm not going to go with the whitest white. I'm going to use this cream color to give a bit of highlighting in just a couple of places on these ones that I didn't put pattern in. I think just like that. That's good. We're just going to leave it like that. I like it. Like it a lot. Okay, you guys have a great day. I will see you guys on the next video, which is going to be sunrise with the prompt word river, and we'll see what happens. And hopefully I can get through that one and maybe start into the December drawings today. I don't know, it's going to maybe get too hot. So disappointed. Anyway, you guys have a great afternoon. Do something nice for someone today and make the world a better place, okay? Bye-bye.